Well, welcome everybody. I'm going to do hopefully a short video on the diagnosis and replacement of a fuel injector on my 2007 Vauxhall Vivaro 9MR engine. It's the 2 litre version. I've had problems with it and I've diagnosed using a Voxcom computer system that number 3 injector is misfiring. I did replace this one a little while ago with a second-hand injector. And it looks like the old adage of buy cheap, buy twice has come true. So I'll let you know how I get on. Well, it's taken about an hour and a half to strip the top end of the engine down to get to the injectors. I've taken the injector pipe off to number 3 injector, and while I'm here I'll show you that number there on the side ending in 1NF. That's the individual identification number, so each injector is individually numbered and you've got to program that number into the computer, otherwise the engine won't run properly once you've finished everything. And you need Voxcom to do that. While I'm here I'm going to show you the injector extraction kit I bought. So this one I bought off eBay, and it's the winder type, and I'll show you when it's all together. And what it does, it doesn't shock the injector as you're removing it like the sliding hammer ones do. They tend to shear the injector. This one will let you put steady pressure lifting the injector out, and as long as you've got plenty of time, it will eventually release the injector. Okay, that's the injector extractor screwed onto the top of the actual injector. You see I've had to use a socket either side for it to push against, and obviously then you put the bar through the middle to stop everything spinning. And what you do then is, using a spanner, you then turn down on that, and as it tightens, I don't know if you can see, it lifts the injector out. Now that's because I've already had it out and it's all nice and clean. So what you sometimes have to do is get a spanner on there till it goes really tight, go away for half an hour, come back, tighten it up again and again and again. Before that, obviously, another good thing to do is down in there where the seat goes into the engine block, is to spray lots of WD-40, probably a couple of days before, to let it really soak in and free everything off, because that's where they seize in there. And if you don't do that, the likelihood is you're going to snap the injector and then you're in a whole world of pain. So that's injector number 3 in, and before I put everything back on the top, I thought this would be a good time to remind you about that individual serial number that's on each of the injectors. Now that's the one there, look, you just see the ending of it. Now while you've got it off, it's probably a good idea to take a photograph of each of your 4 injectors. Number 1 is at the left hand side, number 4 at the right. And make a note of them, because when you come to program them, I found on mine that none of them, I think one of them was right, and that's why my engine was running a little bit rough and my fuel consumption was a bit higher than I'd expected. Okay, now I've got the all the engine back together again, and I'm now in Voxcom Diagnostics, and I'm just going to show you how to program the injector. So picking my model 2007, and I'm a Vivaro, and engine, and mine is a M9R. Notice there are 4 different types, make sure you pick the right one. Just doing an interface, turn the ignition on. That gives you the details about the engine. And over here you go to programming on the right hand side, replace injector, and there's my 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've changed injector number 3. So all I've got to do is go in there, delete that, and then put the new details in and select change. And what it will do, if you select the wrong numbers and letters, because it can be a bit confusing, it will just kick it straight out and it won't accept it. So just make sure you've taken those photographs, and you can either write the numbers down or whatever, but make sure you keep a record of those. Save you a lot of hassle. And then once you finish that, it's just back, start her up, and away she goes. Okay, there she is, running exactly as she should, purring like a kitten. Hope you enjoyed the video.